understand this morning the global money market seeing a drop right now post-election, but it's not as bad as predicted. This information matters to us. It can be a good indicator of what our markets might do when they open at 8:30 our time. And I want to let you know this morning that we've got a financial analyst joining us to talk a little bit about how this could affect our money. Brandon Haumschilt is here to give us a little bit of perspective. What are you seeing this morning post-election?
Yeah, great question. And the markets tend to react to uncertainty unfairly, and a lot of times there's a lot of volatility that comes with that. Although we did see things bounce back pretty significantly in light of his speech and what played out there. But you know, long term, I think there's going to be some other things that'll play out. Yeah,
a lot of folks have talked about how they're unsure about Donald Trump's policy when it comes to foreign policy, when it comes to trade, and how that might affect those of us who have any amount of money in the market, whether you have a 401k or maybe you've tucked a little bit of money in there. What do you see trend-wise as far as that goes?
Well, it's important to keep in mind what really drives the market, and that's fundamentals. And ultimately, whether Hillary was elected or Donald Trump, who actually became elected, you know, those fundamentals of the corporations that you're investing in didn't change overnight. And so long term, you know, as corporations are performing the way that they have, the earnings that we've seen play out, that's really what's going to drive the market, less sound bites and less news clips.
Interesting. All right. So do you think the fact that we saw the markets overseas react just a tad down this morning, is that a good indicator for us this morning?
So you got to think about Brexit and what played out there, right?
Yeah.
One day, and there was all this uncertainty, and this was going to be the demise of that economy. What turned out to be just really a day, which was the chaos there. And after that played out, you know, we saw things bounce back and stabilize, and I think that's going to be what's going to happen here as well.
So if folks are waking up and they're thinking about checking everything this morning, you know, how's the 401k? How's my money doing? No need for panic.
Yeah, if you're a long-term investor, still the fundamentals look good, and there's no reason to make all these trades based off of what could or couldn't happen.
And as you know, you cannot predict the future
Sure.
in these things. But any words of advice for anybody going forward?
Yeah, I think just keep in mind that as a long-term investor, or you know, somebody who's planning for retirement, you know, the important thing is to stay invested and not get caught up in any fear. I mean, Warren Buffett was once quoted that you know, that the markets tend to shift money from the impatient to the patient. Yeah. And I think this is, you know, this very well could be what plays out here.
Okay. Brandon, thank you so much for coming in. Certainly do appreciate your perspective. AJ, send it over to you now.